Good morning. Today is Tuesday, 5:30 in the morning. It is December 14th. Thanks a lot for checking in, saying hello to old Jesse out here, getting my runs in, getting some energy in the morning. This is really the domino that starts falling first in my day, and everything else as far as my morning routine goes starts with this. So I know the importance of getting this done for me. But I appreciate you coming in and checking up on me, leaving me a comment, even if it's a pun, down in the comment section. I appreciate hearing from all of you. So yesterday I said I was going to play basketball, and I did. And I feel great. I feel sore. One of those body aching sores that you feel after playing sports, especially not for playing for a long time. Your body goes through, the good pain, right? I always refer to the good pain as the pain I feel after go to the gym. And yesterday I finished up about 4 o'clock. So got there about 4:45. We must have played until 5:30. So give or take an hour. And that was enough for me. And I feel good this morning. And it really is. One of my friends said on Sunday why he goes to the gym and what the gym means to him more than just the big muscles and the toned body. He said what the gym means to him is he gets that needed mental endorphin release that only comes with physical exertion. And it's also that aching pain is a small signal that you've been working. So feeling that this morning, and I feel happy for it. Going back to this past Sunday, I went over to a friend's house to have some dinner. We had a group of us come over, about 7 of us, and we had a good chat. The girls played Uno on the table, and my friend and I just chatted while he washed dishes. And I really like the way his house is set up, because the place to wash dishes faces the dining area. And so you can kind of get things done, multitask a little bit. So he's washing dishes and then just talking. And I know he was into some games. So I said, we were talking about this game called Icarus. And it's a survival game. So we went inside to his office, tried to fire it up. It didn't work. And we played, so he's like, let me show you some clips I've been doing while I've been flying my FPV drone. And if you don't know FPV drone, it's kind of like, the DJI Mavic. It's a drone, but it's more made for sports flying. So it's a lot faster and not as stable, but it's more for racing. So anyway, I said, yeah, cool. Because on Monday he had showed me that on the Friday before, he had showed me that he got this huge hiking sack, and in his hiking sack he pulled out his controller. This is how you control the FPV, and it really is like this big. It's girthy. Right, left, thumbs. So you got your steering, your axis, got all these little switches on top of your controller. Anyway, he said that Friday he was gonna go fly his drone a little bit before he heads out and does some more work. So fast forward to Sunday, we're in his room, and I said, let me show you the footage that I shot on Friday. So I said, okay, cool, yeah. So we watched it, and I'm like, yeah, it's really, really cool. The kind of shots that you can get from flying with that drone. And so he says, I've actually got a game here that I used to practice. So I said, okay. So he fires up the game, and I'm expecting you're either going to use your keyboard and mouse, or maybe he's got like a generic game controller that he's going to pull out to play. He reaches into his bag and he pulls out his actual FPV drone camera, or a controller, the big one. He pulls that out and he hooks it up to his PC, and he says, okay, so this is how we're gonna play. And for me, that just blew my mind. That actually blew my mind. The reason being is that never in my life have I seen, because I've seen this controller, 3 days before, and I knew that controller was used for his drone outside when he's flying. Never in my life before have I ever had I seen a controller that you can play on the computer or play a video game, and it can translate into real life skills. That to me was just like mind blowing. So when he was hooking up this controller via USB to his computer, I'm like, what is going on here? Like, your actual controller that you fly your FPV drone with, like, hooks up to your computer too? He's like, yeah. That's how I practice. I just, whoa, that was so cool. Because how often have you ever played a game, a video game, and say I chuck a PS4 controller into my backpack? Never in my life has me playing a game related to a real life skill outside of video games. Like I play NBA 2K22, and it doesn't mean that as much as I play, like, my actual basketball IQ goes up. No, it doesn't mean that. Or if I played like Need for Speed, it doesn't mean that I can actually now, after playing for hours and hours, I can go out and I can actually drift a car, I can race a car. It doesn't translate into real world skills. So when he hooked up his controller to his computer, I'm like, this is amazing, because he takes that playing time, no pun intended, the plane, FPV playing time. So he takes that playing time and he says he's practiced hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on this simulator, and then he goes out and he flies his actual plane, because his actual plane is like, I don't know, upwards of $500, and you don't want to be crashing that plane. But on the simulator, you can crash your plane all you like. And so I'm playing with his controller now and just like really engaged, because I'm like, how does this transfer into a real world skill? And I got it a little bit, but nothing like how he flew the plane. But I just thought that was mind blowing for myself, to have video games equate to real world skill. And I'm not talking about like, okay, so they have lots of other games on the computer. Like, you can learn how to code through like these massive games like Minecraft or Roblox. You can write your own scripts, you can write your own codes, but that's kind of like playing a game to use a skill on the computer. So you're playing a game on the computer, but you're learning a computer skill. But this is, you're playing a game and you go out and you have no computers around you, and you've actually developed the skill to fly something outside with no computers. And it just amazing. Blew my mind to see that, like, bridging the gap between entertainment and purely entertainment, where video games lie, and entertainment plus building a skill, which is flying a drone. And that drone skill, you can turn it into, if you get really good, if you have guys like Johnny FPV, who is like one of the foremost founders of competitive FPV flying, as well as he stepped away now, according to the news, he stepped away now to be like more cinema and photography, and making these big name movies, like him flying the drones to get those cool shots. But like, he probably learned that skill sitting in front of a computer and flying a simulator. Now he doesn't have to, because, well, he's the best. So anyway, that's my thought for the day. And just the thought that computer video game is no longer purely entertainment in this case, but it actually helps him to develop a cool skill. That he flew his drone on that Friday morning, and that he showed me his controller that Friday morning. Thanks a lot very much for checking up on me. Feeling a little better today. Kind of got my energy levels, so things are a little bit more balanced, and I didn't eat as late last night. I ate at like 6:30, and I didn't eat very heavy. And I think I didn't eat very heavy because I was coming off of playing basketball. I was feeling good. I didn't want to like destroy that hard work by, I don't know, munching on something that wasn't as healthy. So I had some yogurt, apples, and a little bit of granola for my dinner last night. So woke up, feel good, and weather's still amazing. Trying to get that sweat. I ran 2 times today to the Dragon Head, so that's been getting, I don't want to say easier, but not as hard. Yeah. So I've got 2 more basketball sessions I have to plan this week. I did say that I'm going to play basketball today, Tuesday, and maybe Thursday. So we'll see after work how I feel. And then I've got another story about yesterday. Oh, yesterday was a day, but I'll get to that another day. Love you guys. Thank you guys very much. Remember, self-discipline is the name of the game. Keep it up. Keep building your own new self. And that starts with small little steps, small incremental habits. And with those habits become huge change if you continue to let compound interest do its work. Love you guys. Take care. Aloha. And we'll see you tomorrow.